everyone, and welcome back to our rewatch of Dawson's Creek. We are rewatching season 5, and today we are going to be talking about episodes 21 and 22.
Yeah, here's the summary for 21. As Pacey tries fighting off the temptations offered by Alex, a study break leads Dawson into the bed of a local film critic.
Yes.
Okay, so let's just go. I was cooking and cleaning while I was watching this. I feel like my notes are kind of random, but
That's okay. Sometimes the random observations are the fun ones.
the first thing I wrote, I don't know what I was going to say about this. I just wrote Dawson and his iMac. Like, why did I write that? His laptop.
I don't know, but I mean...
His MacBook, I guess.
His MacBook. I did write down that they look exactly the same.
Yeah.
As they did back then.
But that's when they first came out, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Maybe that's what I was putting.
And he's being so loud with his little headphones on at the library.
I hate that. You know what else I hate is when people be so loud, be on speakerphone talking to people places in public.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
Yeah.
Like, nobody needs to hear about Aunt Myrtle's appendicitis. Like, I don't know where that came from.
Because it might be your Aunt Myrtle. Come on.
But you know, like, people be standing there on speakerphone.
It really doesn't bother me, but I know I can see why.
I think it's so rude.
Of all the things, I just don't care that much about that.
Because you know what it is in public spaces? Like, well, one of my pet peeves is people being self-centered. And I think that that's just so self-centered.
Yeah.
Like, if I am waiting in line at Trader Joe's, like, we don't, everybody in your vicinity doesn't need to hear your conversation.
Right.
You can wait a second. It's also like the urgency of phones are annoying. I also, my friend Amber does voice texting. Like, that's all she does from here on out. She always voice texts. And I think that's rude because she'll be in the car and then she'll be like, hold on, I got to reply to this text. Okay, so you're going to, and I'm like, and so she said her husband, it also drives him. Well, it doesn't. I don't think she's rude. I think it's annoying. It's only annoying at sometimes. She said her husband also thinks it's aggravating. And so what he'll do is just throw in random words so it'll pick it up. So if she's like texting back a friend, he'll just randomly go, chicken nuggets. Like, so it'll like.
That's hilarious.
I just don't voice text. Like,
yeah,
I just don't. Cause like and I know you do sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes I do.
But not when you're with other people.
No, it's usually just like to make it faster for me.
Well, that's what she said. It's so much faster. And I do understand, but I don't send, if I'm sending long texts, it's when I have time to do it.
True.
So like, I don't know. I just, when people are so self-centered, and that's not, Amber's not self-centered, but
right.
People in public, and that's what that reminded me of. Is when he was on he's like in a fucking library where
laughing.
You're supposed to be quiet. He's like, ha, chomping on chips. And poor Joey, this whole episode.
I know she's trying so hard to study.
She's just trying to study, and everybody's just on her.
I know. I felt for her there. I said Jack suddenly just not drinking anymore.
Well, I don't think he's an alcoholic. I think he just was drinking in excess. That's two very different things.
It was like a very quick resolution. It was like Pacey's like, yeah, when you jumped in that pool off the roof, that was rock bottom. And Jack's like, yep, I'm better now.
But I think that's valid. To me, maybe. I mean, there's been times where you're just like, I'm just going to stop drinking for a year.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, maybe.
It does. I mean, and I don't think he's an addict. He was just drinking to mask.
Sure.
Which can lead down the path of addiction.
It can. Yeah.
But I think he was like, okay.
And that snapped him out of it.
He was like, oh, that was scary. Like, my friend had to pull me out of a pool. Like, I need to just. And plus, now he's locked in trying to study. He ain't got time to be drinking.
That's true, too. The calculus. Ooh, God bless.
Ooh.
So I was confused as to where him and Pacey were in that opening scene, and then it's explained.
Yeah.
But I put, are they at work? Like, where are they?
I know, because when did that happen?
This episode? I don't know, because like Pacey later says it's the boss who left. It's his apartment, and he's staying there until he can sublease it.
Right.
But they don't say that at the beginning of the scene. And I'm like, they're not at Graham's.
I know. I was like, I thought they were at the restaurant.
I don't think Pacey has an apartment.
No, he has a boat.
Yeah. So I was very confused. But then it all made sense after that. I said, is this really an apology? Oh, when Alex is trying to apologize to Pacey.
Well, as we realized, I knew from jump, I was like, this lady's fucking batshit.
She is.
Like, and like you realize it after the second episode.
Yeah.
But like, she's just, I mean, she's a manipulator.
Yes.
Period. Dot.
Yeah.
And so, and also like, I don't understand why Pacey didn't just tell Audrey from jump.
Yeah.
Like, this woman, like, hit on me.
Well, doesn't Jack tell him not to? Jack tells him not to. Because he's like, like, she told me about her boyfriend. I mean, he still could have. But I'm just saying. And Jack's like, no, why? Just upset her? What for? You didn't do anything
because
wrong.
she asked him and he lied.
Yeah.
That is the thing. Like, Jack was just saying, don't
bring it up.
Because here's the thing. You lie, then that means there's something to cover up.
Right. Or at least she'll think that.
Well, right. But he lied, and obviously there was, because he acted. Now, listen, being attracted to a person is going to happen. Acting on it is the problem.
Right.
So it's okay that he would think that this lady is attracted. You don't, that part of you just doesn't turn off when you're in a relationship.
Right.
Like, that's human instinct. We have the law of attraction. That's there. It's the acting on it that's the problem. So for him to say to Audrey, yeah, she hit on me. Yes, she's an attractive woman. I did not reciprocate. Like, I shut it down, which he did. She did kiss him.
Yeah.
He didn't kiss her back till later.
Yeah.
And I don't know why he didn't. Like, why did he fucking lie? That was so
I don't
stupid.
know. I didn't like that either. I just put I've missed Grams.
I know.
Because we haven't seen her much. And then she had a big part in this one where she's trying to kind of help all of them.
All of them.
Jen and Jack and everybody. Like, I don't know. It was fun. I
know.
love her. I liked when Audrey is like, why would she give me my job back? Everyone knows I'm a bad waitress or whatever. I thought that was really funny. I was like, at least you know your limits. Okay, so then when Dawson runs into the movie critic lady, I can't remember her name. They run into each other at the movies, and supposedly she's escaping like a bad date right when they run into each other. So then they go back to her place and are surrounded by VHS tapes, and they have sex on the floor.
Well, they were young.
I mean, how young is she? How old is she supposed
in her 20s.
to be? Okay.
I mean, listen, we can't look at this through the lens of boring married people.
True.
When you're in your 20s, you have sex in weird places.
True. And it was an interesting
Wait a second. There were VHS tapes on the ground.
Just in a sea of VHS tapes. I don't know. I guess I just thought it was kind of cheesy. It's like, they're both into movies. I know. And now they're having sex in the pile of movies. Like, I don't know. It's just kind of weird.
I said the film critic hookup, the whole thing just seems weird.
Seems a little off.
Seems off. It just, yeah. And then Dawson, like, the thing that always makes me giggle on TV shows and movies is, like, after people be doing it, they just never put their clothes back on. Like, he answers the door for the Chinese person with a blanket.
Yeah.
I'm like, she went and got a robe. Put at least your shorts back on.
Right.
I just think it's funny. It's like, oh, you have had sex once, you just naked forever.
Yeah.
I don't know. Throw on a robe.
Yeah.
She had one.
She did. I don't know. I didn't notice that. But
because I think it's hilarious.
Yeah, it's funny.
I just think it's funny
how like, someone's at the door from the food I just ordered. I better throw a blanket on.
But then then they're eating Chinese food like
in the VHS tape. See, I'm telling you, on the floor.
You're right.
I thought that was funny. Yeah. And then, I did say Dawson shirtless. He's like so, like, small. No, because remember when he was in Varsity Blues, he had like really bulked up. I'm like, wow,
you are really throwing some shade there.
No,
she goes, Dawson's shirtless. He's like small. Wow. I didn't notice.
You didn't? No. Okay. All right. Well, we'll move on. I won't dig myself in a bigger hole there.
I did not notice. Oh, because you're saying he was muscly. But that was a while back.
Yeah. I guess it would have been
he's probably just back in his like normal
body.
Normal person. Well,
yeah.
Katie's not a fan. Obviously.
Too small. No. Okay. So then Alex comes back to Pacey's apartment at 2 a.m. And she's like, how about that
next one? That was the next
Are
episode.
you sure? Because I have it here. I have 2 a.m. champagne.
Oh. This is the one where he tries to hook up with her? Oh, yeah, you're right. You're right.
So she shows up, and he's like, I've got OJ and water. She's like, what about that champagne? He's like, okay.
Where did that come from?
I don't know.
What champagne?
Yeah, but that's what they did. And then they leave the door open, and Audrey shows up also at 2 a.m. And he overhears them talking about how they kissed.
If anybody can, well, when I was in my 20s, I was not in bed at 2 a.m. So, I mean,
I guess it makes sense. And maybe, I don't know.
Well, this lady's crazy.
Well, and also they did say they had just gotten off work like the hour before. They did say that later, like Pacey's. She was like, "Oh,
he walked her home."
That's what it was.
He walked her home and then
That's
went to home, and then she showed up.
Right.
She's like, well, you just walked me home. I figured you were. And he wasn't.
He wasn't.
He had just taken a shower.
But maybe that's why Audrey also came over, because he had just gotten home from work.
Right.
Yeah. Maybe. I don't know. Old and boring.
Right.
Oh, and then like this whole adventure that Dawson has out in the universe, and Pacey and Audrey and Alex and all the things. Joey's still at the library. She is still trying to study. And I said, and Dawson just had the craziest adventure. And then why does Dawson ask her about his shoes?
Because the girl, you may have missed it. She talked about his shoes.
Oh,
like you,
because she didn't like them.
Well, also I thought that was fucked up. How he's like, let me ask you a honest question. What is it that makes you want to hook up with some guy you barely know? I'm like, damn. She just slept with you, and you throwing her shade.
Yeah, you're like, why would you want
What
to do
about
that?
you, bitch? You just did the same thing.
Yeah, some girl you barely know.
And she
That's
said
right.
it was the shoes
it was
because you
the
have
shoes.
safe, like you're safe.
shoes. And then he asked Joey about the shoes, and she's like, yeah, they're fine. Why? And he's like, I just wondered. And that's how the episode ends.
I never looked at people's shoes I hooked up with back in the day.
I can't even think of
not even care.
one pair of memorable shoes on anyone I've ever liked. Ever. Okay, just movie critics. I don't know. And then her whole backstory, how she made one film and hated it. And
Of course she did.
Of course.
Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like that whole storyline.
Yeah, I don't like it either. Although I did like her explanation. She's like, look, instead I get paid to watch movies, and I love movies.
Well, I mean, sometimes your life has to pivot because you got to make the dollar.
That's right.
I mean,
The dollar.
you got to make money somehow.
Somehow.
All right. What else?
That was it on that one.
Okay. So, season 5, episode 22 is called The Abbey. The end of the school year has Dawson and his friends struggling to go their separate ways.
The Rager in the dorm.
Love it.
Did that happen to you guys in your dorms at the end of the semester? Never.
We didn't have co-ed dorms.
Yeah, we didn't either. So maybe that's why.
Boys, girls don't be running
But
around
with,
with
like,
water guns generally.
No, that's true. That's a good point. So you're saying it was the boys' fault?
Well, yeah, it was in this one.
Yeah, that's true. And then Professor Wilder shows up.
I said, ugh, the professor is back?
He's back. And she just invites him in. But I guess all he did was give her a copy of the literary review. But
That's what
yeah, that was weird. Oh, and then Jen is in this episode. And I was like, wait, where was she in the last
I know.
episode?
She'd been gone for a few.
She'd been gone for a few.
I
But
guess
she's
just
back.
one.
At least the one. Oh, and then her and Jack are like, we've just spent hours at the library planning our vacation on the internet.
Listen, also, what college kid has the funds to just be like, we're going to Costa Rica
I mean, maybe
summer.
those two.
But Jen don't got funds?
Yeah. I don't know.
But I'm like, what?
Yeah. And they're like, we're going to go for 2 months or whatever, which I guess they're still planning to do. I don't know.
I wish. I did say going home after the first year of college is so weird. Like, it's such a weird adjustment. Like, I keep thinking of that with my son who's home for his spring break right now. I've barely seen him because he's seeing his girlfriend or he's hanging out with friends. Or he spent the night at a friend's house.
He was working, too.
And he's trying,
Trying to.
props to him because he's like, and he has this weird idea in his head that we won't give him money. And I always tell him, we'll give you plenty of money if you just have to let me know what you need it for, because he's there on scholarship.
Yeah.
So we don't have to pay for his food because he's on a dining plan.
Right.
I mean, fun money's on him. Like, I'm not
Sure.
giving you money to
Maybe
go out and
that's
have
what
beer.
he means. Maybe he doesn't
And,
want to
like,
ask for
But I've
fun
told,
money.
he's like, well, I need to get soap. I'm like, Kaden, we will buy you soap. Like, what?
Send you a Target gift
who
card,
do you
my
think
friend.
we are?
Right.
Like, I don't understand you.
Like,
And
we're
you're
not
like,
buying it for here, so we'll buy it for there. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out the ins and outs of that too,
It's
because
tricky.
my son is still home going to school.
Yeah, that's a hard balance.
So that one's kind of like we're still buying the things we always did,
Right.
And he's working, but then I'll have one going away in the fall, and so I'm trying to figure. I was like, do I just give her an amount a week? Do I do like what do I
she'll
do?
be on scholarship too. We
Yeah.
don't give him nothing unless he asks.
Okay.
I mean, and he never
I know.
asks.
Yeah.
But granted, he doesn't have a lot of expenses.
That's true, and it sounds like he's okay trying to make the money for the
Because
things.
I'm not giving you money to go out.
Right.
Like,
Well, no.
I'm sorry, but if you need
Soap.
if you need soap or
socks
something,
or
I
something,
will. That's necessities.
Absolutely, that's a living
Like
expense.
he has
and
plenty of money to eat on. Like his dining plan is, and he loves eating there. So like great. But if you need stuff for your dorm, like we're gonna help. Whatever.
Of course.
I don't know what. Anyway, so it's weird. So like having him home is interesting, and it's made me remember. So watching this, I'm like, it's weird because you have a whole separate life at college. Your parents don't know shit about, and they shouldn't because you're off doing your thing. And then you have to come home and like answer to people and like
where are you going? When are you going to be back?
And I just let him be, and I'm just like, okay. But my
parents were like that. They just let me be.
But it's still weird,
which was weird because they'd been so
strict.
Even up through like senior year, up through summer before I left. I had a curfew.
Oh yeah.
If I wasn't home, I was in trouble. And then I remember coming home for like Thanksgiving or something, and everybody goes out the Wednesday before Thanksgiving, and I was kind of like, I'm gonna like go to, and they were like, okay. And I was like, I'll be home later. All right, bye.
Well, because they probably got used to you not being there.
Yeah.
Like, that's the weird thing that happens as a parent, and which hasn't really happened for you yet because Ferris is still there.
Yeah.
But you'll get used to Amelia not being there. And I know.
I don't like it.
It sounds shitty to say, but but
that's the way it's supposed to be.
It's supposed to be like that. And like, and that's Troy said to me one day, like a few weeks ago, he's like, I don't know what's weirder, the fact that Caden's like gone, or that I'm used to him being gone now.
Right.
I'm like, well, it's better that we're not like crying in our tears. And some people do not let go of their kid. And they be driving them crazy and texting them like nonstop. So at least he's doing well.
Right. You want them to be independent enough to do that, for that to be.
He's a boy, and boys just.
Yeah. I would imagine we'll hear from her a lot still. I think my other daughter, who's going to be a senior next year, my husband and I were talking about how we think they're going to miss each other more than they realize.
Oh, yeah.
Because they're only a year apart. So they've always kind of gone through, they've had like separate friend groups, but also like some of the same, and gone through the things together, always shared a room. And now they each kind of have their own room, but they share a bathroom. And so we're like, we think like that is going to be interesting.
Yeah.
They're going to have a heart, especially the one that's still home.
Right.
And wanting to like get out there in the world it's going to be strange.
Yeah. It's weird. I mean, but anyway, all that to say, it reminded me, this episode reminded me that it's weird.
What did you think about the coup at the restaurant?
I thought that was hilarious.
When they like bring out the delivery pizza.
I thought that was so smart.
I mean, look, you mess with a single mother, everybody gonna be mad at you, and they were all fed up with Alex's shenanigans.
Also, though, she liked. They did the way they wrote this character for her was weird.
Yeah,
it like was like a huge psycho turn.
It was, even when I don't know why, but the scene where all the business people are sitting at the table reminded me of Beetlejuice.
Yeah,
when they're like model home and they're all like turning their heads at the same time and stuff. I don't know, maybe it's supposed to, but and then she's like clapping for them. She's like, first course, come on. And I was like, hello. So then she gets fired because of all that.
Yeah.
And then let's see. Oh, Joey's dad paroled. Okay, what do we think? Him not saying anything.
That's awful.
And we're going to find out in the season finale.
Yeah.
At the end of this episode, Joey's getting ready to walk into where he works. More? There's only one more. 2023. There's only one more.
Oh.
Yeah.
We should have just done all three.
I thought about that, but I was finishing watching them early this morning. So
I don't know if I would have got it
We could just do 23 and then revisit if we want. But so Joey's upset that he didn't tell them that he was paroled. And her sister said this, Bessie and Dawson both said, I kind of get it though.
I know.
Because you can't be whatever to anyone until you've got your own shit figured out. And last time he got out, he messed everything up for them.
I get it, but then I think he should have at least
said that.
Said, hey, I'm out, but I got to fix some shit before I see y'all.
Yeah. And it sounds like she hadn't been there to see him at all. And I totally forgot.
I did too.
That she felt guilty because she kind of the one that turned him in, even though it's totally his fault. I forgot about that.
I did too.
And like, what do you think made her want to see him now?
She said it was because of that guy that died.
Okay. That makes sense. And then she brings her like literary thing that was printed, the Worthington Review or whatever it was that her writing is in.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, obviously we're going to see him on the next episode.
Well,
so that was interesting.
It was a weird ending of the episode.
It was weird with like her getting ready to walk into that store. Yeah.
And anyway,
I guess we'll see.
I wrote that this Alex lady, Pacey just going to go be like, I just have to know why you're so mean. Who the fuck cares? Who goes ask somebody why they mean?
They don't know why. The mean people, they don't know why. Unless they've gone to therapy and they're very self-aware, in which case they probably wouldn't be so mean.
that. Also, like, why would you go back?
If someone's mean.
Why?
You won. Leave it be.
I don't get it.
Yeah, I don't get it either. That was strange.
I thought that was...
Well,
and why does she...
And I think it's because we learn, like, he is feeling some attraction to her. I think.
But we learned that the last episode.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know. Weird.
I don't know. And then she's like, oh, let me give you a ride. I'm like, she would not want to give him a ride.
No. And then that's scary. Have you ever been in a car like that? Where someone's
a fancy
like,
car? No.
No, where someone's like driving recklessly and you're stuck.
It's called me.
You're like, every time I'm by myself.
Yeah. This is the dumbest. God, I think about like being like, teenagers are so stupid. I was the stupidest of the stupid.
Me too. Okay.
There was this boy I liked. Oh my God.
God bless.
And he did not make good decisions.
Mm-hmm.
And him and a friend of his, he went to a different school. And then I think he dropped out. I don't know. Just bad life choices. I hope he got his life together. I won't say his name. But because maybe he didn't. I don't know.
Or
like if I knew he got his life together, I would say his name. But now,
like, good job.
Now I'm like panicking because I'm like, I don't know. But anyway, he picked up a friend of mine and me, and we were going to do whatever, hang out on a Friday night. But they were doing whippets. Do you know what a whippet is?
Mm-hmm.
For you young kids out there, don't do this. It's the dumbest thing ever. But they would get cans of Ready Whip or any whipped cream and inhale I don't even know how you do them.
I don't either. I've never done one.
You inhale the gas that's in the can. Mm-hmm. And they were doing these when they picked us up. Like they had all these cans. Oh God. God, this is so stupid. And they were like, would y'all want one? We were like, no. Now, I mean, I was a teen drinker and I like smoked cigarettes and stuff, but I didn't touch that kind of thing. And I was like, no. And he was driving so crazy. And we were getting scared. And we were like, okay, you can just drive. I don't remember where we were going, if we're going to a party or something. I was like, you can just like drop us off somewhere. Because he was swerving and going too fast. And it's scary. So I'm assuming you've also been in a car.
Yeah, the only one that like I really remember was my senior prom. My boyfriend at the time, who was a junior, drove. And we actually went to Chicago for dinner.
Oh.
Because we didn't live that far from Chicago. It was over like an hour drive.
Okay.
And we went to Navy Pier and it was really nice. And there was like another couple there too. And I just remember on this like big highway on the way back, and we obviously weren't like drinking at dinner or anything, but he started like racing someone on the interstate.
Scary.
And we were in, I feel like his grandpa's car. So it was like a nice car, like a fast car. And I remember being like over 100 miles an hour and just being like panicked.
Yeah, that's scary.
And being like, like eventually we slowed down to normal and it was fine. But yeah, that was scary. And you're like stuck. So that's what happens to Pacey.
That's the scary
Alex is driving and she's crazy. And then he kisses her to make her pull over.
I don't know what his logic was with that. I couldn't figure it out.
The only thing I could think was he was trying to break the moment, the spiral. He was trying to like throw her off because she was spiraling so bad.
I know, but it still was weird.
It was weird.
I don't know.
And then she really almost hit someone.
Right.
So that was strange.
I don't know.
And then they're sitting on the sidewalk talking about it. I don't know.
I wrote this down. I was like, I literally hate the Alex plotline. I just hated it all.
Yeah. And she's probably gone now, right? Or we'll probably see her in the season finale. I feel like, yes.
I don't know. I'm like, I said, why is it there? What point does this serve? I don't understand the whole, I guess maybe to cause drama between Audrey and... But, like, could you not? I don't know. I just didn't like that. And then I said, are we believing that a big-time Hollywood producer would want to produce a college freshman film?
And fly them out there, like, for the
whole summer.
I don't know.
But, I mean, I guess
we got to have a plot line somehow. What about, I think I know about Jen's parents wanting her to come to the Hamptons, and then she decides not to go?
Yeah.
What did you think?
I mean, are you allowed to say that? I mean, I guess so. She's 18.
Yeah. I guess. The only thing, like, I thought that Graham's helping her navigate that decision was good because she was very, like, hands-off about it. But she had this line. Graham said, if your parents have found a way to love you. And I was like, wow.
I know. Well, her parents are fucked up, and Graham knows that, which is probably hard.
But that makes it sound like Jen's unlovable.
Well, I don't think that she was saying that. I think she was just saying, like, her parents are assholes.
Yeah. And they are.
And that's got to be hard for Grams, too. Like, that's her daughter treating her granddaughter.
I know. And obviously she's very close to Jen and Jack and all the kiddos.
I don't know.
And then, of course, that final scene, Dawson at the grave.
I lost
and
it.
You see the
I'm
date.
sitting there, and I was about to have to leave to go teach class. And I saw him walk, and I was like, oh, great. We're going to end it with sad. Okay.
And it was sad. I love all the stuff he was rattling off, though. He's like, this. And I lost my virginity. To Jen. I figured you'd want to know about that. And then he just keeps going. And I was like, okay.
And he's right. Mitch would want to know.
Yeah. And
I don't want to know about my kids.
And I don't know, like, it was a quick thing that they said, but essentially Dawson was going to use the ticket his dad had bought him to go back to school to go for the summer thing, which I thought was kind of a fun little karma thing. So I guess we'll see. Season finale. So we'll just watch the one for next week, just the season finale. Okay. And then we'll just discuss and if there's anything else we want to throw in there. I mean, hopefully, there's a lot of open plot lines, so we'll see what happens.
I know.
Between now and then. And do you think they'll give us a cliffhanger for season 6?
Oh, I'm sure. It's going to be Dawson and Joey, I bet you. Kissing or something.
They just keep missing each other. Do you know what I mean?
I know.
Like he shows up in Florida and then sees all the stuff with Charlie, which did Charlie just disappear?
Right? I didn't even think about him.
Yeah, he's just gone.
Oh, good, fine.
No. And I don't care.
He went to go be on that other show.
That's true.
What's that other show?
One Tree Hill.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's probably what happened.
And in this storyline, he's traveling with his band, right? Because that's right. He wanted Joey to go with him and they broke up. Right. I guess that's what it was. But so Dawson shows up in Florida and sees her with him. And then now, like, she's feeling some way toward him, but he's leaving for the summer. So they just kind of keep, like, having these misconnections. But I bet you're right. I bet it'll be a Dawson Joey thing. We're going to find out.
I bet you so.
All right. Well, thank you guys for being with us for season 5 so far and sticking with us. And we'll be back next week with the finale for season 5. So thanks for listening to Generation In Between. See you next time.
Bye.
Bye.